If anyone wants to see how hypocrisy personifies itself, look at the Americans. A few months back, outgoing US President Joe Biden said that America is great because it welcomes immigrants while criticizing countries like India, terming them xenophobic who don't want immigrants. Look now, America's immigration policy is nowadays at the center of US political debates. This is similar to a pot calling the kettle black. Call it hypocrisy or call it Americans, there is no difference. With Trump back in office, his supporters are now calling for stricter immigration rules to prevent the ingress of immigrants, particularly Indians. As Donald Trump will take office next month, he, like previous US presidents, has appointed talented Indian Americans to key positions. The latest to be announced is Krishnan, who will serve as Senior Policy Advisor for Artificial Intelligence at the White House Office of Science and Technology Policy. But along with the appointment, Sriram also received hate from his fellow Americans. And this is all happening on X, a platform owned by Donald Trump's ally Elon Musk. Americans are calling for the implementation of a harder immigration policy so that talent like Sriram cannot enter the US. And guess what? These calls are coming from Trump's supporters. A few days back, Trump picked Krishnan as his AI advisor. His appointment was hailed by leading figures from America's tech industry, and this was for all good reasons. Sriram has a distinguished career in the field of technology. He has worked with leading firms including Microsoft, Twitter, Yahoo, Facebook, and Snap. In 2013, he joined Facebook, where he played a significant role in scaling the mobile app download ad business. Later, he joined Twitter and worked there until 2019. He also collaborated with Elon Musk to restructure the platform after Musk acquired in year 2022. Krishnan will work with technocrats like David O. Sachs, who is appointed as the crypto czar of the White House by Trump. Krishnan will serve as an advisor to Sachs' team. Sachs has worked for big companies including PayPal, Zenefits, and Yammer, and will guide policy for the Trump administration in AI and cryptocurrency. Despite how talented Krishnan is, his appointment did not sit well with some right-wing conservatives in the US who accused him of being against Trump's America First campaign. His appointment has sparked a firestorm of racist reactions calling for the deportation of Krishnan and calling Indians third world invaders. The first to ignite this uproar against Krishnan was journalist Laura Loomer, who called his appointment disappointing and troubling. She even tried to humiliate Indians and said that they are unskilled tech workers who come to US with fraudulent degrees. She is the one who mocked Kamala Harris's Indian origin by saying that Harris would make the White House smell like curry if she won November's election. Other handles even questioned Krishnan's patriotism and said the only country he is helping serve is India. An ex-user Nas Escobar, who happens to be a staunch Trump supporter, wrote, "No matter what Sriram Krishnan says, he is India first. No matter what the people around him say, their goal is to import more Indians to replace American workers." These are just a few handles, and there are many more like them. Although leading figures from the American tech industry came in support of Krishnan, the hate he is receiving on X reinforces the fact that racism against Indians is deeply embedded in American society. David Sachs came to Sriram's support and wrote, "Point of clarification, Sriram didn't say he wants to remove all caps on green cards. He said he wants to remove country caps on green cards. Right now, every country in the world gets allocated the same number of green cards, no matter how many qualified applicants it has. So applicants from India have an 11-year wait, whereas applicants from many other countries have no wait at all." Elon Musk also showed support and replied to Sachs' post makes sense. However, the wave of hate which Sriram Krishnan is receiving shouldn't come off as a surprise. It reflects the deeper reality in American society that Indian American often faces racism in America. Different surveys have shed light on this troubling issue. 1 in 2 Indian adults reporting facing discrimination owing to their color, race, and ethnicity, and the hate received by Krishna's appointment only reinforces this issue. This is after Indians and Indian Americans became the backbone of innovation, healthcare, and progress in the US. India's contribution to the American economy is manifold, from taxes to employing hundreds of US citizens. Indian Americans have the highest median household income in the US. In 2023, households headed by an Indian immigrant had a median annual income of $166,200 compared to $78,700 for all immigrant-led and $77,600 for native-led households. US Census data records that Indian Americans enjoy a standard of living of about twice that of the median American household. Many billionaire Indian corporate leaders have studied at American universities and donated millions to them. An ex-user even wrote that if US wants to be a competitive power, it needs to let in smart people and not take in dumb, lazy people irrespective of where they are from. This is not an option. It has to be done because this is what has worked very well for us, our entire country's existence, and it is what makes our country special. If we look at history, Indian Americans have long been integral to the progress of the US, specifically in the fields of medicine, technology, and academia. Immigrants like Shubham have helped drive technological advancements and the economic growth of the country. Most American politicians seek financial support from wealthy American Indians. They want to hog Indian markets for profit. Data suggests that if Indian students don't go to US universities, many of them would be nearly broke, since over 8 billion US dollars is spent by Indian students on tuition fees alone annually. Indian tourists are some of the largest spenders in America. Despite this, what have the Indians got in US? Indophobia and Hinduphobia. Americans want both Indian money and minds, but not their presence. Reports indicate that around half of all Indian adults living in the US have faced some form of discrimination based on color, race, or ethnicity, or have been treated as foreigners. In the first 3 months of this year, 9 Indian students in their early 20s were killed in the US in racial attacks. FBI's data for the year 2020 reveals that hate crimes against Indian Americans are up by 500% in the country. What do you have to say in this matter? Do tell us in the comments section.